What I noticed in my journey in improving my emotional intelligence is that there's a common misconception on what emotional intelligence actually is. Some people think emotional intelligence is suppressing your emotions and pushing it down. Some other people think that being calm and composed, putting on a face that everything's okay, is emotional intelligence. Other people think that thinking through and analyzing your emotions is emotional intelligence. And some people think being emotional and just expressing, blabbing out their emotions is emotional intelligence. But what I found is that all of that is not emotional intelligence. And what emotional intelligence is the relationship that you have with your emotions. Not how you control them, but the connection you have with them. With emotional intelligence, it first comes with awareness of the emotion arising in your body and being able to name it. What is this emotion? And then being able to feel the sensations that are inside your body. Like, where do you feel it in your body? Is the fear in your guts? Is the anger all over your body, clenching your fist? These are the signals of what we can be aware of and help us identify the emotions that we are feeling. Another part of awareness is understanding the trigger to the emotion, the pattern to the emotion. What triggered it? What is the pattern? What is common here? Maybe someone does this same thing, or many people do the same thing, and it always triggers you. It triggers this emotion, and from understanding that pattern, that trigger, you can really understand where that emotion has come from and go deeper and seeing the source of it. And that's when we can change it. Another thing is actually knowing what emotions actually is. Emotions is energy in motion. Emotions arise from within our body, and it's this energy in motion, but when we suppress it, that's when we stop the energy. The energy is supposed to flow and move. And when we try to think it, we're not paying attention to it, so it's actually stagnant. When we keep a calm face, we just neglect it. So it just does whatever it does, and you don't even know what's going on. Another thing I mentioned before is overriding. People override their emotions to function. So everything's okay, I'm happy, I'm good. I used to do this a lot. And that just puts a mask on the emotion, just covers it up. It's like suppressing. So it's very detrimental to know what emotions actually is. Energy, emotion. Why did we evolve to have emotions? Because emotions carry a lot of information. There's a lot of wisdom in emotions when we can feel through it. It's not the expression, not when we just lash out and go over the top with the emotion, but when we really connect with what is this emotion trying to tell me? What is it trying to tell me that I need to do? Because emotions is a very ancient guidance system that we evolved into. It comes up before our mind even knows what's going on. And it's there to protect us. Like, let's just say anger. When anger comes up, you know that there is a boundary that's being crossed. When you're sad, you know that there's something lost or that there's an unmet need. When there's fear, you know that there's a perceived danger, whether it's real danger or something that's created in the mind, like anxiety. So emotions really carry a lot of information and wisdom. But the reason why society today has not been able to feel and allow the emotions to flow in the body and connect with the wisdom is that when we were growing up or in society, in the groups that we grew up in, we didn't have a safe place to feel these emotions. It wasn't safe around us, whether it's your childhood, your family, the environment wasn't safe. Let's wait for the car. Yeah, so the environment wasn't safe enough for you to feel the emotion. So the survival mechanism was to either dissociate or suppress down. And like a lot of people that suppressed anger, suppressed emotions, they carry a lot of weight, right? It's not always that they carry a lot of weight. I don't carry a lot of weight. What I do is I dissociate. So my body just, I lose contact with my body. But other people carry the weight. Other people lash out. So there's different coping patterns that we have to deal with emotions when we don't have a safe place, we don't feel secure to feel the emotions, to allow the energy to move and complete itself. When the energy completes and it moves, it transforms, that's when we get the wisdom. That's when we get the information to tell us what we need to do. And when we get better over time, that connection, that download of information really gets quicker and quicker. So emotional safety is one key to be able to feel your emotions. And that's having a place where you're not being shamed, you're not being outcasted for having emotions and just being able to feel it. And to stay with the emotion, to stay present with the emotions without losing yourself. That's a part of emotional safety, and you need regulation in your body. You need to know that you're safe. Another problem that I see is that a lot of people, including myself, I've done this as well, is that we would give away the responsibility of our emotions to other people. So we're blaming other people. And what that does, it evokes our own ownership that these are our emotions. And when we blame someone else, we give it to them, we give their power, the power to them, and we're not able to do anything because we gave that power. We gave that power away, and then we think it's them to blame, it's their fault, and the emotions are still inside of us. And it causes turmoil, and we can't do anything about it, right? It's not until we take that responsibility back, we take the ability to respond back, and we regulate, we build the emotional safety within us to feel through these emotions. And once it completes, energy releases and wisdom comes. And you see a lot of people when they go through emotional releases and they heal a lot of trauma, their body changes. Like my body changed. I know a lot of people that lost a lot of weight because they healed their trauma, because trauma leads to addictions. And with addictions, there's all sorts of addictions: drugs, food, you name it. So that really destroys the body. And when you heal the trauma, you heal the patterns, you develop new healthy patterns because you connect with your body more. You know, oh, this is actually not good for my body. Let me put something in my body that really helps me feel alive and nourishes my body. You can really feel it when you connect with your body. It tells you. It tells you what's good for you, what's not. And it changes with the season. It changes with the phases in your life. The last thing is that I see there's the misconception of emotions just being psychological. So if you're emotional, if you have emotions, you got something wrong psychologically. But really, emotions is a whole body experience. It's physiological, psychological, whatever else you want to say to it, but it is a physiological experience, and your nervous system plays a big role in it. So it's not just psychological. I think in the Western world we dissect a lot of this, but if you just see yourself as a human being that has the tool of this body and this tool of this mind, that everything's interconnected, that you can begin to see that emotions are physiological as well. And why this is important is that if you want to heal yourself, it's not just healing your body, it's not just healing your mind, but you're healing the whole system. Just because somebody is that looks fit, that has muscles, it doesn't mean that their body is working well. And this is what I had to find out the hard way, that even if you have muscles, it doesn't help with how your body works internally. There's a lot more to it. And when you know it's a physiological thing as well, you can start to pay attention with your physiology, and you can get a lot of more information to how to heal, on how to heal. And another thing is that when you know it's physiological, you can feel the emotions physiologically as well. When you're sad, you slump down. When you're angry, you're like clenching your whole body. When you're fearful, you're in tremor, your body shakes. When you're joyful, everything's light, your body's light, you're jumping very easily. And when we can embody, this is where I guess where embodiment of animals come from. When you embody a lion, you know that they're supple but they're powerful. So there's a lot of things that we can learn when we are more connected with our body, and that we have emotional intelligence. A big part of being human is being able to fully experience our emotions. That's why we developed to have them. We evolved to have emotions. If you think about that, it's crazy. We're just neglecting this huge part of being human, what makes humans extraordinary. We're neglecting it. We're thinking it's weak, and And that's, I understand, it's because the society is not developing this emotional intelligence, and I was there too. It's Emotional intelligence is not about being emotionless or being very emotional. It's about the relationship that we build with these emotions and being able to feel through the whole emotional experience without losing yourself. And when you're able to do that, you have a lot of emotional intelligence. I would say a mastery of emotional intelligence. And you can really feel how extraordinary just being human is.